Good morning, Pastor Nathan Decker with your hashtag Better Together devotion for today. And today I'm using a first aid kit because one of the many gifts we've been sharing about gifts that Christ has shared with us to share with the world. And one of the beautiful gifts that God gave us was the power of healing. And so a lot of times we seem to associate healing with the idea of first aid and medical emergencies and things like that. And it does have to do with that. But it's so much bigger as a concept than that. In fact, when I was in pastoral care and working in a hospital up at MCV, I remember that we had lots and lots of conversations about the major difference between healing and curing. In fact, I remember one doctor telling me, one surgeon, saying, we could probably cure everything, but the healing business, that's your job, preacher. That's what he said, because there's something really amazing that takes place when we talk about the idea of making people whole, rather than simply continuing heartbeats or continuing pulse. Now, that all is important, obviously, and thank God for the medical community, and thank God for doctors and surgeons and nurses and all those folks. But there's something more important that we in the church offer. You see, I have encountered people who had terminal cancer, and yet they had been healed. And on the reverse side, I have been with people who were going through chemotherapy and radiation and made it through to the other side, and yet on the other side they were cured of cancer, but they weren't healed. They hadn't experienced the healing and the wholeness. And that's the difference, is that when Christ offers healing, when God offers healing touch, what he's making is he's making us whole. He's making us experience this place of peace, this shalom, this wellness within our soul, our essence, our very existence. It's more than just a Band-Aid on a cut. It's making us who we are fully. One of the great things about the scriptures is that in the Gospels, especially in the Gospel of Luke, there's two words used for salvation. Sozo in the Greek and therapeute. And you can hear the relational words in terms of our English language. Therapeute sounds a whole lot like therapy. And that's the idea. In Luke's Gospel and somewhere in the other places as well, the words for healing salvation and salvation, eternal salvation, if you will, are the exact same. They're used interchangeably because we're meant to be about salvation here on earth. We're meant to be about offering healing. In the book of James it says, if anyone is sick, have them gather before the elders and have them pray over them, anoint them with oil. You see, one of the great gifts that God gives us as a church is the power to heal hearts, to heal bruised egos and souls, to heal the broken bits of people. The world is a rough place. We tumble, we get scraped knees, we get scraped souls. And the church has been given this gift of healing, anointing and healing, to offer first aid to everyone in the world. So today, when you encounter someone who's experiencing dramatic emotions and anger or something else, maybe stop and ask yourself, maybe it's that they need some healing. And pray for God's grace to come upon them so that they might be whole. This is Pastor Nathan Decker reminding you, we're better when we're together. Go with God and make peace.